Because if that high risk day of a low risk of injury anyway, but potentially a high burden, is falls on the World Cup final day, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
and I think that the providing that doesn't mean we ignore menstrual cycle and as around from menstrual health. I think that's a different beast.
Mm.
And I think the current narrative and discussions is important discussions. But I think the linkage into specific injuries is a tenuous one, and it's sort of one
Yep.
that's mainly because we have so many other things to work on in that
Yes.
space.
Yep.
So providing, so from my end, and Stella Fight, which she did a great editorial on BJSM around the greenhouse concept, around providing the support network that the players need as a collective, whether that's strength and conditioning support, expertise. That's the other component too, is how do we get the same expertise levels to these players as potentially the men's have. That's not to say they don't get it, but are we evaluating those components? And then you have the scenario where there's been such a rapid rise in the female game where they're playing a lot more minutes than they were. The squad
Yep.
sizes are smaller, so you've got players playing a lot more minutes. So there is a lot of there's a lot of new things happening there, which are number one, far more controllable than the menstrual cycle, because the menstrual cycle, assuming it all goes nicely for the individual, should just be there in the background,
Mm.
and should just be